6 games today in the NBA on a Sunday, including two of the faces of the league going toe-to-toe. Anthony Edwards and company trying to hold on for dear life against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. Wolves and Spurs from Minnesota, and of course to start it off, there he is, Victor Wembanyama for 3. In the month of December, he's averaging 28 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and nearly 5 blocks. First quarter in this game, and the Spurs off to a scorching start behind Wemby. Minnesota down by 12, late stages of the first. Edwards responding back with a step back. By the way, these teams are neck and neck in the standings in the second quarter. This game serving massive importance in the West. Wolves take their first lead of the game. Minnesota starting to get comfortable now, and what a turnaround it's been recently for the big ragu, Donte DiVincenzo. First quarter was all Spurs, second quarter all Minnesota. Gobert the dunk. More from Rudy here in the third. Randall lobbing it up to Gobert over his fellow Frenchman. San Antonio down by 11, but once again, slowly but surely, here they come. Wemby again for 3. San Antonio within 2 now, 3 minutes to go in the third, and here comes Vassell, giving Wemby some much needed help. All tied up at 82, start of the fourth quarter, Wemby putting the Spurs on top. Spurs up by 2, 8 minutes to go in the ball game. This connection has been something this season. CP3 to the slicing Wemby. Minnesota down by 3. Edwards not doing much scoring, but the defense a difference maker. Edwards with some massive defense there, and the offense provided by the big ragu. Wolves up by 2, 3 minutes to go. He looks so comfortable now in his new home. Spurs not going away though, down by 4, 49 seconds to go. Wemby, oh my goodness, lefty dunk. Spurs would have one final chance here, down by 2, 10 seconds to go. Wemby is being smothered, CP3 is being smothered, so they go to Jeremy Sohan. He shoots the 3, he misses badly, and the Wolves win. Wemby had 14 points in the fourth. He finished with 34 points, but not his best shooting day. He was 13 for 30 from the field. For the Wolves, one of my players of the day today, Donte DiVincenzo, a season-high 26 points. It's important for them to get wins like this when Anthony Edwards does not have it going offensively. Next up, we have the Heat and the Rockets today from Houston. This one would get crazy at the end. No Jimmy Butler again for Miami today. They played last night in Atlanta and lost. Of course, with no Jimmy, that means more from Bam and more from Tyler Herro. And Herro, he's been doing it all season, as we've seen night after night from this man. Rockets playing some defense here. End of the first quarter. Amen Thompson the steal, and he throws it up for the lob for Slam Whitmore. Closing seconds of the first, Miami up by 2. As rocky and tumultuous as this season has been for Miami, they're still right in the thick of the Eastern Conference race. Terry Rozier with a step back now late in the second. Jovic, what a pass to the opposite corner to Highsmith for 3. Third quarter and more Miami hustle. Highsmith again the putback. Rockets up by 6 now early in the third, looking for an answer. Herro the turnover, and here comes Dylan Brooks the other way, splashing home a 3. Rockets lead up to 9 and growing. Now it's Jalen Green's turn in transition for 3. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Every time Miami looked like they were falling apart, they banded together. Jovic again to Highsmith. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. Miami down by 7, and here comes fourth quarter Herro. Under 5 minutes to go. Heat down by 3. Herro playmaking. Highsmith from the corner to tie it. Miami down by 1. 2 minutes to go. They go to their main man, their star. Herro again and again in the clutch. Miami up by 1, under a minute to go. Highsmith playmaking, and Nikola Jovic, the dagger. This is when things would get crazy though. A 5-second call is made here by referee Mark Davis. After the 5-second call, Mark Davis throws Fred VanVleet out of the ball game, and I just didn't understand this at all. Davis continues to baffle me when he officiates these games. And then after that, we had what's going to be the talk of the night. I can't really show too much of this. I don't want this video to get taken down. I wish I could show more, but this was a crazy, crazy altercation between Tyler Herro and Amen Thompson. After what happened between Najee Marshall and Yusuf Nurkic, I would expect some massive suspensions to come down from this one. By the way, for what it's worth, Bill Simmons agrees with me. This whole Heat Rockets fight was Mark Davis's fault. He is ridiculous. 3 times a year, he inflames a game. Heat get the win, and after the game, Tyler Herro with some interesting post-game comments.
Guess that's what happens when someone's scoring, throwing dimes, doing the whole thing. So I get mad too.
Another rough last-second loss for the Rockets after they blew that last game to Minnesota. In Oklahoma City, the Thunder looked absolutely dominant against the Memphis Grizzlies, although the Grizzlies were without Ja Morant. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. The Thunder are 15-1 in their last 16 games. Now we head over to the Eastern Conference rematch of the other night when Jaylen Brown and the Celtics dominated Indiana. Indiana off to a much better start though in this game. No Porzingis, no Drew Holiday for the Celtics, and that would be a problem. Again, the Pacers got blown out the other night, but they are playing with a ton more poise in this first quarter. End of the first, Celtics down by 1. Brown looking to see if he's still scorching from the other night. All tied up now midway through the second, and Tyrese Halliburton really brought his A game in this one. Moonball triple. Indiana up by 5 and getting contributions from their bench. Jarris Walker for 3. Third quarter now, Indiana up by 6 and unrelenting. Ben Shepherd outside to Miles Turner. Turner the step back, the mid-range. 7-point Pacers lead late in the third. When they're firing on all cylinders, they're a pretty scary team. Siakam to the rim. Now Siakam playmaking to Thomas Bryant. But now here come the champs. 8.5 minutes to go, down by 8. Brown outside to Horford. It's down to 5. Tonight, though, was just not their night. Nembhard, beautiful dime to Turner. And then Tyrese Halliburton with the exclamation point, crossing up Al Horford right here, getting to the rim. Easy too. I'm not going to be too harsh on the Celtics for this loss. No Porzingis, no Holiday. Obviously, they're banged up, but what a nice win for the Pacers. A bounce-back performance led by their star. Staying in the Eastern Conference, second night of a back-to-back for Zachary Risachet and the Hawks today in Toronto following their win against Miami. Risachet with a difficult reverse layup late in the first. Hawks up by 4. There's Trey from way downtown. This is the type of game I look at and think, if you're a good team, Atlanta, you win. Trae Young with back-to-back triples late in the first. Welcome back, Bruce Brown. Atlanta up by 9 now in the second, and here comes Jalen Johnson. Lead growing for the Hawks. Trae Young again going to his right and hitting again. Again, I understand it's a second night of a back-to-back, but good teams take care of business in games they're supposed to. DeAndre Hunter with the and one now in the third quarter. Hawks up by 10. Trae Young channeling his inner Dyson Daniels, the steal, and then up top to Risachet. Atlanta up by 10 and more from Trae Young. He was cooking in this game. I know some people may say it's just the Raptors, but it's the second night of a back-to-back on the road. A 28-point win by this Hawks team is really impressive stuff. And Trae leading the way with 34 and 10. You can't forget about DeAndre Hunter. He had 22 more points tonight. In the month of December, 23 points nearly off the bench, 48.7% from 3, and his 20.6 points off the bench leads the entire NBA. He's been fantastic. Last but not least, Nets and the Magic from Orlando. Welcome back Cam Thomas, a long absence with injury, and of course, this is his first made shot back. Second quarter, the certified bucket is back, and the Nets are up big early. Nets up by 11 in the second, and Cam Johnson adding to it. Third quarter, Nets up by 15. Some nights is just not your night, and that's exactly what it felt like for Orlando tonight. The Magic continuing to hover around. Goga the putback. Fourth quarter, Nets up 14. Jalen Wilson makes it 17. Wilson hits from one corner. Now moments later, Wilson again, this time from the opposite corner. Nets up 17. Orlando down by 9. 2.5 minutes to go, and they just never ever quit. Tristan Da Silva, the rookie, cuts it to 7. Now Da Silva to the corner to Goga. Back up top to Da Silva for 3. 6-point game, a minute and a half to go. Da Silva, the and one. Magic down by 3, 50 seconds to go. Caleb Houston ties it. 6 seconds to go. Orlando down by 1. They had no business being in this game, but that's been their story all season long. Just an incredible, improbable comeback in a season full of them for this Magic team. Cole Anthony, the game winner. But today was about the rookie, Tristan Da Silva, a career-high 21 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, one of my players of the day. So the Nets lose the game, and of course the day started with a trade involving the Brooklyn Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith headed to the Los Angeles Lakers along with Shake Milton for D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks. D'Lo heading back to Brooklyn. And a quick look ahead to tomorrow's schedule where we have 7 more games, including a rematch between the Knicks and the Wizards who went to overtime yesterday. We also get the Nuggets in Utah, the Clippers in New Orleans, Mavericks in Sacramento, first option Kyrie back at it. And for me, the clear game of the day, Cleveland in Golden State should be a good one. Oh, and by the way, happy 40th birthday to LeBron Raymond James.